Transit Van Sport review. And what I can first say is, once again, the Transit Van is probably one of the best transit vans on the market. And it's got to be said that as long-term vehicle, they do have a problem with rusting. But luckily enough, this Sport Transit I actually own is a Connect, and it's actually probably, there's no rust at all in it, but bear this in mind, I've only done 22,000 miles from brand new, and as we all know, low mileage doesn't always mean no rust, but lucky enough there's no rust in the vehicle. What I can say is the engine itself is a fantastic little 1800 engine, and it's very, very nippy. And this first type of Transit Connect, you know, it's well built. It was built as a Transit. It sounds like a Transit, and against a new Transit, this is a Transit. A new Transit, it's like a car. It drives like a car, and it is a car basically, but as a van. But going back to this one, lucky enough, in its life since 2009, I've only installed one battery, which is lucky for me. Also, I had a small problem with the doors, which for some reason they stopped working because it's central locking. So I sorted that out. And another one of those little snaggy little problems I came across was the power steering. Well, with the power steering, well, for some reason it stopped working properly, and then I noticed a small problem down in the engine bay where one of the pipes goes, and it had a small leak, and it looks as though it's one of those ones that may have already been in the vehicle from day one, and maybe it should have had one of its recalls, but obviously that didn't happen. But needless to say, we put it right, and absolutely brilliant. So as things on the vehicle, what I could turn around and say, anything niggly on the vehicle itself, well, as this type of transit van, the Connect has a problem with, especially with this vehicle, it's got low profile tires and they're big, and the turning circle is absolutely rubbish. It's got to be said, it's almost like a Mitsubishi Hilux. It's absolutely rubbish on turning, but that's all down to the low profile tires and the wheels, because they're big ones. Generally speaking, the vehicle itself, I just love it. And because it's one of 300 ever made by Ford, though you'd think it's going to be somewhat rapid and quick, it's not. Unfortunately, it's let down by that, but I've installed a K&N filter, which is out the outjet bit, and it makes it a bit more punchier. But apart from that, the engine is actually a nice little engine, and she pulls well. I know a lot of guys have had them chipped, and along the way I can see why they did that. But you know, apart from that, the Transit Sport Connect is cosmetic more so than the gold. It comes standard with a lot of plastic, silver stuff, front and back. It's got an aerodynamic spoiler on the roof, big alloy wheels. But as luxury goes, it comes with part leather alcantara, which are lovely seats.
But in the sales brochure it quite clearly says that it should have come with electric heated seats, but unfortunately that's one of the items that the vehicle didn't actually come with. It's saying that it doesn't matter. It does come with a 6 CD changer built into the CD player. You load them up with 6 CDs and just go through it. It doesn't come with anything which is what I call modern type stuff. All it does is you can put your iPod in, you've got a connection for the speakers and your general power point, and that is it. There's nothing else on it. It doesn't connect at all to the entertainment system, not like the modern stuff. So that is a bit of a disappointment. It doesn't come with cruise control, and a lot of other things that modern vehicles come with, this doesn't come with. This vehicle is pretty analog in my day. So, and even the engine, even though it's a turbocharged 1.8, it's still very analog to drive. But apart from that, I just love it. I don't know if you can hear the turbo feedback, but that's what I can, as I'm sat here, I can hear, besides the noise of being a van, I can also sit here and hear the turbo feedback. That nice little whistle sound, which you don't these days tend to hear so much, only on stuff like Focuses. But when you're going up the hills, the vehicle just pulls. Currently I'm just going up one now with some S-bends, and of course with low profile tyres on it, you really can get around. And that's another thing I boil down to, the wear and tear on the tyres. In the motor press they were going on about the tyres and everything, but generally speaking they do wear down rapid on the here. They are Continental tyres. These are actually designed for the sport vehicles, which I've got to say, they, as road holding, absolutely brilliant, but for time lasting, absolute rubbish. With this vehicle, it does come standard with 2 slide doors, which are really good. You can't really put sheds and stuff inside. You definitely wouldn't put a pallet inside, but as pallets go, you can get 2 pallets in the back, Euro pallets, which are great if you've got small amounts of boxes and stuff to carry. And it can be loaded up with a forklift.
Hi guys, I hope you enjoyed my long-term review of my transit van. I've got to say, if you're thinking about buying one, if you can find a really good one, bear this in mind, this has done 22,000 miles and the lowest mileage one I've seen currently up for sale was probably 80,000. They were on sale in 2009 and I've had this since 2009. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. I certainly enjoy making them. Do subscribe and tick the box down below if you like it or not. And we'll see you again in the next video. Laters!